Should you buy an investment property? Or do you qualify to buy an investment property? In this video, I'm going to break down some simple steps that you can use to analyze if you're ready to buy an investment property and if you qualify to buy an investment property. So everyone, this is Rayce Robinson, your favorite Florida mortgage broker, the place to go for simple, easy to understand, transparent mortgage advice that you can count on. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that. I'll keep you up to date with all the current, coolest mortgage and real estate information. So what I love about real estate right off the bat is over the years doing loans from doctors to attorneys to truck drivers, people in the military, to people like my dad in the post office. I've seen so many people become wealthy using real estate regardless of how much money they make or what economic status they are. With that being said, the first step is I believe that you have to be in a certain position financially to buy an investment property. Full disclosure, I listen to Dave Ramsey. I like what he teaches. I don't agree with everything that he always says, but I do agree that really before you start buying an investment property, you should really have no credit card debt. You should have some money saved up. You should have some savings and reserves, which you're going to need anyways to qualify for financing. So you do need to be in a financial position. For me, my opinion, so one, for the financing, you're going to need at least 15 to 20% down. You're going to need 6 months reserves for the monthly payment. So if the payment on the property you're looking at was $2,000 a month, you're going to need an additional $12,000 in reserve. And if you have a bunch of credit card debt, it doesn't make sense with the rate on credit cards to funnel money into real estate, especially real estate investing, when you could be paying that off, which I think is the first step of any good financial plan. So the cool part about real estate is, again, what I said, almost anybody can use it to become wealthy. You can follow a systematic plan to acquire property over the years. And it's not a get rich quick. I know so many people watch TV shows and see all these property flippers. I know some friends of mine that are property flippers. The fact is most of those people don't make money. Most of them lose money. And it's only the people that are true experts that do really well at that. And this video is not about that. This is more about how most people get rich using real estate, which is acquire properties over time and leverage rent, other people's, they're paying you rent to basically control investment property. And that's really the beauty of owning an investment property, is you're leveraging other people's money. The other part of that is you have to have a realistic understanding of or goal of what you're trying to accomplish in real estate. So for me, my goal is, one, when I buy a property, to have the monthly payment be at least $200 or $300 under what I can get for rent. So for me, and I go, some real estate agents, financial people could disagree with this, but for me, I'm not going to buy a property that's going to break even. And that does for me exclude certain areas, because there's some areas that the prices are too high. You can use things like LeapPad, Zillow, and other programs. Like there's one or two particular neighborhoods that I really like, where I know the rents and I know about what I can pay for a property. So you want to get a feel for, where these, what I call bread and butter neighborhoods that are in your area, that the rent can be more than what the mortgage payment is. And you want it to be, in my case, I'm always trying to get $200, $300, even $400 higher, which means sometimes I can't buy an investment property in a particular area, as I said, because I know that the property could go vacant. I know the property could need work. And the key to being a real estate investor is getting good tenants. When the property goes vacant, if you feel like you cannot afford to make one mortgage payment before you get another tenant in there, that's when you make bad decisions and get someone into a property that you shouldn't. So one, you need to be financially ready, meaning you've got savings and paid off your debt and things like that. And then two, you have to be, a realist when it comes to being a landlord, meaning it does take time, it does take some energy. And the only way, in my opinion, to be an effective landlord is to be good at picking tenants out. And that means sometimes you can't be in a rush. You have to go through the people that are applying to, live in that property and pick out someone that you feel is going to pay the rent on time and make your life as easy as possible. So the other part of this is you do have to finance it. The whole thing of buying investment property for no money down. Sounds great, makes a great video. The fact is, it's not going to happen. I know people that do advanced strategies, and there are ways to actually do that. But again, those are few and far between. And most people that I know that have done it, unless they're absolute experts, have lost money and really got themselves in trouble. So you're going to probably have to finance, which means you're going to have to save up some money, usually 15 to 20%. And then you're going to take that money and buy real estate with it. With that, the bank, unlike a primary residence, has stricter standards to make sure that you're financially responsible to own real estate. And so up front, you're going to want to meet with me, right? Or somebody like me. They can go over, what it takes to qualify for investment property. Remember, interest rates are higher, usually 1% higher than a primary residence. So you got to get used to what the payments are going to be. You really want to spend some time with a mortgage person up front so you know how much you qualify for and get a feel for what different payments are going to be, different price points are going to be for different payments. So when you're out there looking, you figure out what the rents are, you can kind of do that calculation on, what it's going to rent out and what it's going to cost you to own the property. So I know this in a way may be a basic video to some people, but if you're toying around, there's tons of other videos and classes and stuff on investment property, but really this video is kind of the 101 that I've used, and I haven't done a lot of magical strategies. Be financially responsible, save up some money, pay off my debt, and control property responsibly that the rent covers the payment. If you do that, you're not going to get yourself in trouble. And regardless of what the market does, I'm going to link to a video down below that I did on what I'm predicting for the real estate market this year and on to the next few years. The truth is markets are cyclical. Every market is stock, gold, real estate. But the cool thing about investment property over the years that I've owned it is regardless of what the market's done, over time it's always went up. It's been at different points in the cycle, but in general it's always went up over time, and the rent never goes down. In fact, the rent always goes up. So that is the beauty of owning investment property, unlike stocks and other things, is your money is secure. It's a piece of real estate. You can go see it. It's actually there. And the rent that it's throwing off to you is not going to change regardless of what the market's doing. So in my mind, again, buying real estate and controlling property over time is without question the best way to become wealthy and to, really do the American dream of becoming a millionaire and, and really doing that through real estate. Okay, so hopefully you found that helpful to you. You can always email me, call me, text me if you have a particular question or scenario. More importantly, save up some money, get yourself in a position where you feel like you're ready to buy real estate or investment property, and give me a call if you have any questions. As always, I'd love to help. Talk to you soon.